Hey everyone, welcome back to Adson Engineering Academy. It is still your lecture series on this particular topic, Moment Area Method in Structural Analysis 1. So please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe not to miss any of our videos. So in our previous videos, I explained to you how to use the two theorems of moment area method to find the rotation and the deflection in a structure. So we're still going to continue as yesterday we applied it. So I'm going to make it more clear in this particular video. And the question says, problem number 2 says, find the midpoint rotation and deflection of the cantilever below. So this is the same cantilever we have, a simple one. We are supposed to find the midpoint. That means at the center somewhere here. So applying the theorems that we learned yesterday, there are two theorems. The first one was for the slope. The second one was for the deflection. So the first one says the change in the slope is equivalent to what? To the area under the moment M by EI diagram. So that means our first thing is let's draw M by EI diagram. So in this case, I will do my drawing. This is a cantilever, and the moment diagram for a cantilever is drawn what? Is drawn like this. Okay, P times the distance L, here is PL. But remember, this is minus because it's downwards. Then, secondly, this is moment what? Diagram, M by M diagram. So if we divide what? The M diagram by EI, since EI is constant, if I divide this by EI, it will produce for me M by EI what? M by EI diagram. So this is what we have. So this is our M by EI what? Diagram, where this is PL by EI and this part is L. So if this is point C, this is point A, this is point what? Point B, and I drop down this, should be at the center. I drop down this up to this point. So this is point what? Point C, if I'm putting it here. Now the question wants me to find the rotation and the deflection. So the first thing first, in our previous videos we learned that the change in slope, let's say theta B with respect to A. Okay, theta B with respect to A is the same as theta B minus theta what? Theta A. So the change in this slope is equals to the area between these two distance. The area between what? A and B. Area of M by EI diagram. So M by EI diagram is, in this case, a triangle. And the area of this triangle between point A and point B gives me this point. In our previous video, we explained it. Now to make it clear, find the area between A and B. That means the area of the whole of this triangle. It is half times L, which is the base, times PL by EI. Okay? So meaning that theta B minus theta A is equals to PL square by 2EI. And if you see, this is fixed, meaning that our rotation at that point is also what? 0. So we are having theta B is equals to PL square by 2EI. But since this is what? Downwards like this, so that means this is minus. And minus in that case, since it's a rotation, that means it is rotating what? Like this. Okay. Well, so this is for rotation at B. So you know very well that it was asked in the previous video, so you can find that. You can also find what we call what? The deflection at this point B. So according to our previous video, we learned that deflection is found T, that is the tangent B with respect to A, is found by finding what? The area of this times the centroid, but with respect to the first one, with the part where you're finding, because this will be equivalent to the deflection at what? At B. So it is equivalent to the area of M by EI diagram. That area is here. Okay, that area is P L squared by 2EI. PL squared by 2EI, and then we have to multiply with the centroid. Centroid in this case is the distance but that distance is from what? From B, because it is T of B with respect to A. So from here, how can I get the centroid of a triangle? So the centroid of a triangle from this part, the smaller portion, is taken as 2/3 of this total distance. So it's taken as 2 out of 3 of the total distance, where our total distance there is what? Is L. So you realize that when you simplify this, this expression is going to give you this one, cancel this. So this is PL what? Cube out of 3AI. And this is still a minus, but since it's a deflection, minus means it is pointing downward like this if you put a minus. So if you don't put this, then you just show the arrow. That is also fine. So we have found these two things, which we were supposed to what? Find to help us in our next video. Because at the continuation of this question, we have to find the rotation at what? At the midpoint, which is this part. This part, okay? This part here. This is our midpoint. So if you see clearly, you'll find that this can be divided into a rectangle and a triangle. Okay, so the total at this length of this L is equivalent to, if I'm finding by what? By similarity. You find that total L is equivalent to PL by AI. Okay, but what about this part? L by 2 only. If I need only for L by 2 to find this, if this is, let's say X, so L by 2 is going to be PL by AI. Okay, so divide this by L, then you multiply this by L by 2. If this is what? Ratio, and if this is otherwise, if it is a similarity, so if it is similarity, you clearly find out what is this portion. Okay, so what remains in this portion is that if I have what? This divide by this, then this one will cancel with this. Okay, so this will be equivalent to PL by 2 EI. So this portion is PL by 2 E what? EI. So this part, I did it to help us find this part very well. Now let's continue and solve this part. Rotation and deflection at the midpoint. So if I just erase this part to give me the space. Well, it is quite easy because I will just take, if it's a rotation, I will take rotation at point C, but taking my what? My reference from point what? A. So that means it is just going to be the area between point C and A, but taking the reference from point C. Okay, so this is going to be the area. So the area between point C and point A. Which figure do you have here? Under M by AI diagram. That figure is what you will find the area. There are two figures, this one and this one. So if this is first one is a what? It's a rectangle. So I will find the rectangle is what? Is length, which is L by 2. Remember, this is L by 2. Then multiply with this portion, which is equivalent to this. This portion is PL by 2 EI. So this is the area, right? So this area you have to add plus the area of what? Of this portion. But since now this one is PL by EI, and then this portion has already been taken off. This portion has already been taken off. This one also remains PL by what? PL by 2 EI. Okay. So that means this is going to be, the area is half times, this is L by 2. Then this one is PL by 2 AI. Okay. So you realize that this part, if you simplify this, this is PL square by 4 EI. And then plus, this is PL square by 8 AI. Okay. So these are two different things. Now, you know very well that this is going to give me the rotation at point what? At point C. Because this is equivalent to rotation at point what? C minus rotation at point what? A. So this, since the rotation at point A is 0 because it is fixed. So that means it's just equivalent to rotation at point C is equals to this expression. So what is this answer? What does it give you? So you find that the LCM here is 8. So you divide this. This is 2 PL squared plus this divided by this is 1. This is 1 PL square. So everything is out of 8 EI. So if I add this and this, I'm going to find rotation at midpoint is equals to 3PL square divided by 8 EI. Well, so this is the answer for the rotation at the midpoint. So don't forget how to calculate it. It is a graphical method, and from the graphical method, draw the M by EI diagram. From M by EI diagram, just find the area. That is to find the slope. Then find the area, multiply with the centroid. That is to help you find the what? The deflection. That is from the two theorems that we had. Now I will solve the part of deflection. So how do I find the deflection? Because I need a deflection between what? Between C and A. Since I've considered this to find the rotation C and A, I will have to continue with the same train. So if this part has been taken, allow me just erase this to just give us the space to solve that. Okay. Now, let us solve the part for deflection. So I'm going to consider TCA. So how do I take TCA? Because in the previous one I've considered CA. So just the same way, we are going to find the area times the centroid. So the area is between C and A. The first figure is a rectangle. So it is going to give me half times L by 2, and then times, this is PL by 2 AI. This is the area. But since I'm finding deflection, I need to multiply it with the what? The centroidal distance. And with respect to C. So I have to stand at C and look for the centroid. So the centroid is going to be somewhere here, which is half of L by 2. Half of L by 2. So that is for the first figure. Then plus, for the second figure is a what? A rectangle. So this is half times, sorry, this is not supposed to have half because it is a what? A rectangle. So this is what? Only the area. The area is only this. Okay. Then multiply the centroid. Then the triangle, the downer one, is the one which is half times L by 2, which is this distance, and then times PL by 2 EI. Okay? This is the area of this portion. And the area of this portion, we multiply with the centroid. The centroid should be distance from C. So from C, what's the centroid of this one? Triangle. So it is 2/3 of the distance there is 2 L by what? Is L by 2. Okay, so this is what we have. So from this expression, if you simplify it, you will come clearly to the answer. Which of course this is equivalent to a deflection at what? C minus deflection at A, which is only the same as deflection at C because deflection at A is 0. So simplify this. According to my answer, let me just have a look at so that I don't waste time. So if you simplify that, I am coming to a clear what? A clear answer that is quite easy. Yeah, it is 5 by 48. Okay, it is 5 by 48 AI, and this is PL cube, right? Yeah, that's what we have, and it is downward. That means it's negative. So if you simplify this, please verify if you get that answer. It is kind of easy because this is PL cube out of 2 times 2 times 2. This is out of 16. Okay, so PL cube out of 16. Then for this one is PL square out of 8. Then you have to multiply with what? L by 3. So if you add that, you have to come to this answer, and this is our final answer for this question. So please don't forget to continue watching our previous videos, and watch this one. Will help you to solve the next problem that we are going to do. It is very interesting question coming up next. Don't miss that video. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you.